Again. What we need to do quickly is we need to catch up. We left one part out this morning. It's a little presentation. I told them they had 30 minutes, but I don't think Becky and Mr. B as a team could act for 30 minutes. So if they would come up, they have a little bit of testimony about the weight loss. So Mr. B and Becky, I don't know who wants to talk first.
Well, we can take turns. It does say drink family, doesn't it? So see, we can take turns.
I just love Mr. B. What are you guys
Don't you
saying?
love How many of you have listened to her on the conference call?
Yeah.
Huh? You have to tune in and listen to her on the conference call. No offense, Jim, okay? I want you to take it personally. Yeah. No problem. You got to listen to Becky on the conference call. Her enthusiasm
Let
is...
me help you here.
Okay. Her enthusiasm is great. That's sort of a hard act for Becky and I to follow. We're going to do our best. Okay, we don't do any magic tricks. We don't do any magic tricks. We just talk about Dream Tree. But Dream Tree really is magical when you think about it. I mean, it may not be a word that we would say outside this room, but Dream Tree is magical. The company is magical. Edmund and Jeannie are magical people. They're just wonderful people to be around. The products are magical. They do. We heard it from Michael. All the testimonies that he had. And we all have testimonies ourselves. Our own personal testimonies. And all of those testimonies that we hear from the people that we share the water with. We share the picture with. We share the products with. And I think that Jim touched on something interesting today, too. Dee Dee and I have been in the health business for 30 years. So we've been selling herbs and vitamins and you name it, we've probably sold it. We've always been into our health because I've said for years and years and years that our health is our wealth. If you do not have your health, the wealth doesn't mean a thing. That's true. Does not mean a thing. And so we have been selling this for years and years and years. When Jim and I had a conference last week, and he was talking about this deal about, big money and free time. And who doesn't want more money? Now, some people might say, oh, big money. But who doesn't want more money and free time? We don't necessarily, need to say big money because what are you, greedy? What do you want? Is it all about money? We already know it's not about that. But who will want more money and free time? There's nobody that wants more money and free time. And the fun side of this business, as Becky and we all know, that we're doing that by helping other people.
Yes.
Is that the greatest part of it all? Is that we're not only helping ourselves, but we're helping other people. Because nothing happens unless you help other people. I mean, you've all heard this stuff before. I mean, you help other people and you get blessed. It's kind of like the sowing and reaping, right? We all know about sowing and reaping. You sow a little, you get a little. So the more people that you help, what happens? The more that you get back in return. And it may not always be money. It may be a friendship. You never know what's going to happen. But the whole idea is to sow and reap. And when Jim said that, what I was getting back to with Dee Dee and I is that we've been so involved in that, quote, health industry for years that we really forgot about the money. And we've always, made money. But when Jim brought that up, and I said, it's true. And when you present this product, and Jim made some good points about this, is that it's great to talk about a product. We have wonderful products. They can do wonderful things. But how many people, if I could say to you, if I could show you a way, Becky, to make $100 to $500 a month extra, would that something you'd be interested in?
Yes.
There you go.
I need it.
She needs it. Most people need some extra money. And I'll prove it right now. Is there anybody in this room who does not need extra money? Please stand up. If you're standing already, you can stand up. It's 100%. We all need money. The cost of gas is going up. The cost of food is going up. Inflation, it's not going away. And so there's nothing wrong with, and Jim really brought this to me when we had a conference last week, is that there's nothing wrong with talking about money to people. You have to get over that. You have to get over that. There's nothing wrong with talking about money because the bottom line is 100% of us want more of it. And guess what? Every person you talk to is in the same category we are. They want some extra money too. They may not want to spend 5 months in Hawaii, but they might want to spend 5 days, but they can't afford to go. So I just want to emphasize what Jim had said, and like I say, Dee Dee and I are starting to focus on that part. When I present this now, it's like, listen, would you like to make some extra money, Becky? Sure. I don't even have to say how much. Would you like to make some extra money? Great. The amount that she wants to make is up to her. How much do you want to make? She says, sure.
I want the sky to be the limit. You know, I might start off on Monday and need to make my car payments. But by Friday, I might decide that my husband and I do need that vacation, that 5 days in Hawaii. So I want the flexibility.
Right.
And that's what we have here.
So that's, there you go. So each person, one might be 100, one may be 10,000 a week, one might be 100 a week. It doesn't matter. The opportunity to make it, though, is here with Dream Tree. We bring them the opportunity to make the money. And we're going to, not only that, we're going to help them and show them how it's done. It's not, okay, here you go, sign up, and we'll see you around. No, you've heard it on the conference calls, too. That, Jim and Becky and everybody's here for each other. We're all here for each other. We're all here to help each other. That's why Edmund called it Dream Tree Family. He could have called it just Dream Tree Water or Dream Tree. But he put that family in because that's how him and Jeannie think. They think family. And that was major for Dee Dee and I. Because we kind of have that, we like family type thing. That's just how we operate. But, so anyway.
What I want to do, you guys, is I want to aptly turn this over to Mr. V to talk about our new product line. I do just want to let people know that I am someone that, I tell people my mom weighs 260 pounds. Genetically, I feel predisposed to be overweight. I have struggled with my weight for the last 10 to 15 years. I've done all kinds of things in trying to maintain my weight. And so earlier today when I was saying, people will pretty much do anything to be able to feel better in certain circumstances. I want everybody to know that this product line, for me, Mr. V, it's different from stuff I've done before.
Sure.
I've taken diet pills. And they really, what they do is they make you so wired that you cannot even eat. Which if you're wanting to lose weight, that's a good thing. I've often told my husband, I wish I could just go in and get my jaws wired shut so that I would quit eating. And so these pills that we have, our capsules, they do not make me feel wired. They do not knock out totally my appetite. But guys, I'm a sugaraholic, and I have always had trouble with sugar. My husband can attest this. I go to our little grocery store. I would postpone getting any chocolate or sugar. It's kind of embarrassing, but at the same time, it is a new day now with Dream Tree. But I would go to the grocery store. I would buy 5 candy bars and think, I sure hope that they think these are for my grandkids. And take them home, and in the drive home, which is what, 4 minutes from the grocery store to our house, I would gobble, yes, every one of them.
Oh,
because I would deny myself the sugar, and it would just build up, and then I would be like, I've got to have it, I've got to have it. And he would know. And he would, sometimes Al will say, just go get some sugar, you're driving me crazy. With this, guys, let's see, I started actually, it's going to be 4 weeks, Susan?
Yeah.
Guys, I have not had any sugar. And it has not been where I've been staring at the donut box going, oh, I want that. This is different.
Wow.
What we have with our product line, it's not making me where I'm not hungry. It's not making me feel, like Jim said earlier, it's not going to do this to you. It is not doing that. It is giving me the ability to make a responsible choice.
Yes.
Do I want a hamburger today or chicken salad?
There you go.
I'll go with the chicken salad.
That's right.
That sounds just as good as the hamburger. Do I want the donut or do I want to have some scrambled eggs for breakfast? Guys, I went for the scrambled eggs. And I do not feel like I am denying anything. And I will tell you, and I've also taken the ephedra, the natural weight loss stuff, which it had its issues, guys. This is a totally different line. I have tried all kinds of stuff. I have never experienced this where it just calms down my cravings to the point. Now the water does that. It helps. As a matter of fact, until the water, I was really bad. With the water, it really, really toned it down. But now, with this product line, you are going to explain to them why it's happening, but I can make responsible choices.
Sure.
And I'm not eating as much as I would typically eat. And guys, I have lost 12 pounds, and if I were exercising like I should be, I know that it would be going quicker because I know that I'm at that age where my metabolism has just shut down. But I wanted to happily turn this over to
listen,
you.
but then she made a great point. She made a point that I think maybe some of us aren't catching. Is that she lost weight, okay, 12 pounds in how many, 2 weeks or so?
Well, I've actually been like 4
Okay.
weeks, but let me finish. I haven't dieted. I've just made better choices. I've not stopped eating, believe me. But I've been able to cut out the sugar and the high carb stuff.
Which was putting the weight on. But here's the key thing she said. She has not exercised. There are a lot of people who want to lose weight. They join a gym on January 1st, and by the time February 1st comes along, what happened? They're not going to the gym anymore. We have a way for them to lose weight without joining a gym, which is expensive, without taking time out of their lifestyle. And most people, unfortunately, just get lazy about going to the gym or they get too busy. We have a way to show them they can lose weight. Becky, how would you like to lose weight and you don't have to join a gym or go to a gym? Does that sound something you'd be interested in hearing about?
Jesus is hearing my prayers.
Amen. And that, I mean, that's powerful.
Thank you. I'm gonna take a seat, but
Oh.
thank you so much.
Thank you. Nice here for Becky.
I just got to say, don't we have some awesome people in the Dream Tree family?
Thank you, Becky. But what a great point. So keep that in mind when you're talking about the products, okay, is that we have a weight loss program that's state of the art. I mean, between this water and what we have in our weight loss program, there's nothing around like it. There's nothing around like it. And a couple of things I want to talk about today was that, the weight loss program, we have a chocolate and a vanilla, you all know that, okay? And they both taste good. Now, Jim and I were talking about this the other day. So I don't need to lose weight. Jim doesn't need to lose weight. Some of you don't need to lose weight. So how am I going to present this? My friends don't need to lose weight. I don't need to lose weight. One of the most important, in fact, let me ask you this. What's the most important meal of the day? Breakfast. How many of you eat breakfast? Raise your hand. Okay, maybe 10% of the room. 90% of the room does not eat the most important meal of the day. Guess what? Now you can't. You don't have to eat. You make yourself a shake. You get all of the nutritional value that Jim talked about earlier this morning in our morning session. You get all of this nutritional value, and you've had breakfast. You've actually had a healthy breakfast. Because I can tell you that bacon and eggs, folks, is not a healthy diet. It's not a healthy breakfast. It just isn't. It may taste good, but it's not a healthy breakfast. This is a healthy breakfast. Now, the other interesting thing about protein, which is in here, I've been selling protein for 25 years. I've been drinking protein for 25 years. A lot of people get up in the morning and they may have a quick piece of toast or a bagel. Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are like a quick rush. Okay, they burn quickly though. So you have that bagel or that donut or whatever it may be at 7 or 8 in the morning. By 10 o'clock in the morning, have you ever noticed you start to drop? Yeah, you burned all the fuel. One of the things protein does is it actually stabilizes your blood sugar. I give it to diabetics. When people used to come in the store, they were diabetics, make sure you do a protein shake in the morning. It'll stabilize your blood sugar. So if you have any of that, any issue like that, drink a protein shake in the morning. My point is, don't just think about this as just a weight loss program. This is also considered what? A meal replacement. Let's say you're one of those people that knows you shouldn't eat after 8 o'clock at night, or 7 o'clock, or 6 o'clock, whatever the time might be. You can have yourself a shake. It's going to give you some nutritional value. It's going to satisfy that hunger that you might have, and you're going to be able to go to sleep. It's going to be very easy to digest because you're mixing with what? Alkaline water. Now, what did Michael say today? One of his friends, since he's been drinking the water, has been able to sleep now. Now, let me go a step further. I've heard someone say, well, I don't like the taste of the shake. Okay, not everybody likes apples. Some people like oranges. And here's what Jim and I were discussing this the other day, too. Is that if you do not like it mixed with water, what you do is, what we tell people is, you take half of our alkaline water and you take almond milk. Almond milk and almonds are what? They're alkaline. So now you take half of your almond milk, half of the alkaline water. What's going to happen? It's going to make the shake taste just a little bit heavy, a little richer. People like that kind of rich shake type thing. I think I tasted them both. For me, they taste fine with water. I will tell you this after selling protein for 25 years. There are very few proteins that I've ever tasted through the years that tasted good with water. These actually do taste good with water. But if you're one of those people that say, oh no, I like that thicker shake type feeling, fine. Do half almond milk and half alkaline water. And that solves the problem. There's no objection anymore. It's going to be delicious. Okay? So we have that down, right? Okay. Oh. Now, the other thing is we talked about Jim and I the other day was the rapid energy pill. Okay. Some people don't like to take pills, so we did in a little experiment. We actually split a capsule, right, Jim? And he went ahead and just swallowed it like a hero, you know. And I'm saying, you know what? I'm not putting that in my mouth. No. So I went ahead and mixed it with the berry mixer. And I'll tell you what, right? I took a spoon and I stirred it and it mixed right up. It broke down in the mixer. He drank his and I drank mine. So if you have someone that says to you, I don't like taking pills, not a problem, Jeff. I just want you to take their capsules, so they can take them apart. They can mix them in their mixer, or they can mix them with their shake. Either one, they're going to mix perfectly. They're going to mix 100%. They're still going to get the same benefit, but they don't have to take a pill. Some people just don't like to take pills. And that brings in another point that we were talking about, is that someone said, well, that's just too much energy for me. I mean, Dee Dee, the first time she took it, you know, was a little, because her body's very sensitive to things like that. So what do we tell that person? You take a half of one. You don't need to take a whole one. Oh, that solved that problem now. We took care of that objection. So there's always something you can do to take over these, you know, these objections that we're going to run into from time to time. You're going to do that. The water thing, what did we say? Half almond milk with half water. Objection gone. Don't like capsules? Good. Tear it apart and pour it in your mixer or pour it in your shake. That takes care of that objection. But I think the most important thing that we have to keep in mind is that this is not only a weight loss program. Now, earlier this morning we were talking about my neighbors, Stan and Carla, who are in Dream Tree. And they both need to lose weight. And what Jim didn't mention, because he had only so much time, is that Stan and Carla are significantly overweight. I would say 30, 40 pounds. To me, that's significant. I don't want to be overweight, period. Okay? And they have tried other things. And they even told us that. They have tried other products. They have tried this and that and this diet and da-da-da. They've been through a whole bunch of stuff. So they decided they were going to challenge our weight loss program. Okay? And they each bought one for themselves. And they said, we are going to do this program the way it's supposed to be done. You can't cheat and think you're going to get the same result. You know, Jim has said 10 and 10 or 10 pounds in 2 weeks. Sure, if you do the program properly. But if you're not, then you're only cheating yourself. It's not going to work that way. It's going to take a little bit longer. But will you lose weight? Absolutely. Absolutely. So anyway, they each bought one of the things there, our programs. And I saw them yesterday before Dee Dee and I left yesterday to come here. We live in San Antonio. And I said, so Stan, how you doing? He goes, well, Carla beat me. They were having a competition, okay? In 10 days, Stan lost 9 pounds.
Wow.
Okay, they did the program exactly like Jim had explained it. We all know how you do this program, right? With 2 shakes a day and 1 meal and water. Carla lost 10 pounds in 10 days. Do you think they're believers now? Sure. And not only that, what they said was that they feel better. Well, yeah, if you're putting that much nutrition in your body's going to feel better. I mean, if you're putting chemicals versus good nutrition, of course your body's going to feel better. And so the benefits of this program, I don't care what age you're at. I mean, you could give this, realistically, you could give this to a child. You could literally give this to a child. If they don't want to eat breakfast in the morning, give them a little shake. I'm telling you, that you could. I mean, my son never likes to have anything before he goes to school. Bad, not a good thing. Okay? I used to tell him, give him this little shake, mix it with a little bit of almond milk, and he'll start to like the taste, and he'll drink it. And it's easy. He doesn't want to sit there and eat bacon and eggs in the morning. No. A 10-year-old's not going to want to do it, or a 12-year-old, or whatever. So this is good for any age, it doesn't matter. And any time. You can take it before you, a few hours before you went to bed. The benefits of putting good nutrition in your body are amazing. I mean, and protein, like I said, is so important. It's so important.